These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your top stories right now from ABC15 Arizona.
We're just grateful that we can be back here. Maybe some PTSD from the past fire. There was days it kind of felt like a war zone in here.
A sigh of relief in eastern Arizona as crews make significant progress while battling the Greer fire. It is now 88% contained and has burned more than 20,000 acres. Residents were told they could return to their homes after spending nearly a week under evacuation orders. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. The threats both at home and out in nature this holiday weekend, from backyards to campsites. Fire season is still in full swing. Stage 2 fire restrictions went into effect last Monday for southeastern Arizona. That includes state, tribal, and federal lands. These restrictions prohibit open fires, including campfires and charcoal grills, and limit smoking in designated areas. In Pima County, officials are considering adopting some similar restrictions for unincorporated areas, too.
We have a lot of homes and residences that back up to desert areas, right, that are also very dry. So one thing we recommend in terms of the surrounding area with your house is to clear it of debris.
Officials suggest not using charcoal grills, recommending gas grills instead to reduce those fire hazards. They recommend against the use of fireworks. This includes any equipment that could create a spark. Protecting your smallest passengers. Today, Glendale first responders, they're taking action by offering free car seat checks and installations. The CDC says car crashes are one of the leading causes of death for kids in America. So making sure your kid is strapped in tight and in the proper car seat can save their life. The safety event continues until noon. Hey, smart shoppers, if you're firing up the grill this Memorial Day weekend or even looking ahead to Father's Day, the price of your shopping list might be adding up. Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese looks at how you can impress your guests without blowing your budget so you don't waste your money.
Memorial Day is one of the peak weekends of the year for grilling out, along with the 4th of July. Unfortunately, beef and chicken prices are high this year, but we found some great ways to save.
You may be in for some sticker shock.
All right, there you are.
When buying your chicken and beef, just as summer grilling season gets underway.
The grocery prices are just high everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. It's high.
Richard Barline, owner of Barline's Market, says the price he pays for chicken breasts and thighs has gone up over $1 a pound this year due to high demand and bird flu.
All the breast, thighs, it has just been skyrocketing lately. I mean, I've been trying to not raise my prices, but at this point I'm going to have to.
Danny Jensen with the blog Cheapism says it's a good idea to keep an eye out for sales and discounts on meat at the grocery store and stock up ahead of time.
It's good to shop at different times of the week, or maybe talk to the folks at the supermarket too and find out when they're going to mark down those particular cuts, before it hits the expiration date. You can buy those on sale and then you can freeze them.
Cheapism lists some other ways to save on your next cookout. For steaks, choose chuck eye, flat iron, or London broil instead of pricier strip steaks or ribeyes. They're slightly tougher, but you can enhance the flavor by marinating them and cooking them until medium. Buying prepared dry rubs and sauces can add up, so consider making your own. And for a healthy alternative, skip the meat and grill vegetables like portobello mushrooms and eggplant. With near record prices this year for steak, ground beef, and even chicken breasts, make sure you plan ahead.
It's usually a fairly cheap item, and it's not so cheap anymore.
That way you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
A reminder, the WNBA is on Ion this Friday. It's the Connecticut Sun versus the Minnesota Lynx. Then the Seattle Storm battle our Phoenix Mercury. Coverage begins at 4. Ion is owned by the same company as ABC15 Arizona.
Tracking your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. The triple digits are back in our forecast starting today with temperatures this morning climbing into the lower 80s by 8 o'clock, forecasting lows in the 70s. But by midday, we're already close to 100 in our forecast, calling for a high of 104, which is 8 degrees above the seasonal average of 96. And we'll see similar temperatures across central and southern Arizona today, with highs as hot as 106 as you head toward Quartzsite. 70s, though, as you head toward Flagstaff, Window Rock, and the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and 80s and 90s from areas like Heber, Show Low, Prescott, Payson, and even Sedona, forecasting a high of 90 degrees. Even though temperatures will be on the hotter side, We're not forecasting record heat because those will belong to 2005 and 2001 where we had highs around 109. That will not be the case for a while. Then some good news. In fact, a cooling trend briefly for Memorial Day weekend with highs in the upper 90s in the valley, back in the 100s by Sunday. Flagstaff, we say in the 70s through next week with lows in the 30s and 40s.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to ABC15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.